Good afternoon, everybody. It's nice to see everyone. And I get my minute at the start to just say a thank you, Philippe von Bostraten and his partner Sander for the work they've done helping organize this. And of course to our wonderful staff team, Julian, Cassie, Karen, Val, Amy, Chili. I know from my role as vice chair just how hard they work to make these conferences a success. So anyway, thanks. And Bruges is an amazing city. What we want to do is share our story at Egg Farmers of Canada, just talk to you about what we're thinking in Canada about sustainability. And when I talk about sustainability, I'm not just talking about improving production efficiency and water use and air quality. We view sustainability from a little different lens. And so that little graphic there is intended to be more than just symbolize the globe, or our globe, more than just some plants and eggs. What it's attempting to communicate is that we view sustainability through a very holistic lens. We see it as everything we touch, everything we do has to be done with appropriate regard to its impact on people, its impact on the environment, our place in society. And so you might ask, well, not only why would you do that, I think in some ways altruistically most people would say good, but who pays for that? And how do you make money doing that? Well, truth of the matter is, I think we know it and we hear it a lot, the world has changed so much. With social media, there are no secrets. And companies that aren't doing the right thing, whether it's all the stories we know, the Joe Fresh factory in Bangladesh and child labor in Nike and all of these things, British Petroleum and oil spills, they damage brands. They destroy companies, destroy shareholder value, destroy industries in a heartbeat if people aren't on top of this. And for those, I hope, it looks like most people are here, everybody that was in the room when Peter Friedman was speaking, wasn't that interesting how preoccupied we are with one little piece, animal welfare in our industry. Yet when you survey people, only 3.9% of people are concerned with animal welfare, but 11.4% express their concern for the environment. So this is all around us. This is not flavor of the month. This is not going to go away. And I talk to my counterparts in other agricultural commodities, and they worry about this stuff. They go, oh God, I don't know how we're going to do all these things. I don't know how we're going to afford it. I don't know how we're going to get money out of the marketplace. And what we've adopted at Egg Farmers of Canada is we can't afford not to do it. It's not really a choice. It's a challenge. It's a huge challenge, but it's not something to be feared. I actually think it's our biggest opportunity. We work really hard because the other word really here isn't sustainability. What we're talking about is public trust. It's does the public trust who you are, what you sell, and what you stand for. And only if they do, will they buy your product and buy more of your product. So we've done some surveys. Now, I'm going to tell you, this isn't specific to egg farms, but when we survey people, 90% of Canadians trust the quality standards, trust the food they get from Canadian farms. That is extraordinarily high. Canadian farmers are uniquely respected within our society. Somewhere behind nurses and firefighters. We tend to get beat out by them. We've probably slipped slightly in the rankings, which is our call out to do more. So I wanted to share with you now, I've kind of set the stage, reminded you, Consumer Goods Forum, by the way, thinking about that. You've got 3.5 billion euros a year turnover for those companies involved in the Consumer Goods Forum, and they employ 10 million people. And those CEOs that are deciding to make decisions around resource use and other measures of sustainability don't need to get government approval through a parliament. I mean, of course, they have regulatory approvals, but they have that much control and power in the marketplace. It's absolutely going to impact industries like ours. So we decided that this is an opportunity and that it's good business. So our engagement is really wide-reaching. And I'm just going to put up a few. we're very much engaged domestically, and you'll see right away, I'm not just talking about environment. We give or donate over 3 million eggs every year to food banks. We support breakfast clubs. And you know what? Part of sustainability of your industry is nurturing your young leaders, which International Egg Commission is doing. We also have a young leaders program in Egg Farmers of Canada. We do a lot of things nationally, whether it's with our Canadian Federation of Agriculture. We have set up a poultry value chain roundtable where our entire industry will come together as a group of stakeholders to discuss and determine ways to improve our efficiency. We're part of a national strategy on social license and public trust. We're invited to be part of that by our federal government because the egg industry in Canada has that kind of reputation now that we're finding our government is coming to look for us to be engaged in strategies that will help others. Our chairman, Roger Pellicero, and I had the chance to appear before our Senate Ag Committee. Was that, Roger, a month or two ago, 2 months maybe? And the chairman said, I hear all sorts of negative stuff about agriculture. I never hear negative things about the egg industry. And so we take that as some sort of, I guess, testament to the work that we're trying to do to build that trust. We invest a lot in innovation and research. So we don't wait for things to happen. We try to be proactive. For example, we all know the pressure we're under from activists. Western Europe has faced this years and years ago. But for us, we're in the process of transitioning our industry away from conventional housing. But we also have invested in a number of other unique innovations. We're doing a partnership with the World Wildlife Fund, where they're doing a study on all different types of housing systems to evaluate and measure the environmental impact of different housing systems on the environment. We have a research chair that we sponsor at the University of British Columbia in environmental sustainability, a research chair in animal welfare at the University of Guelph, a research chair in agricultural economics at Laval, and we also have a research chair in public policy at Waterloo, which happens to be Dr. Bruce Muirhead, who's hopefully somewhere in the audience today, but asked a really good question the other day here at the session. So the next piece is it's good to talk about your goals. It's good to talk about how you're going to make a difference. It's good to talk about sustainability writ large as an opportunity, but then you have to have standards. And one of the things we're really committed to is the highest possible quality of standards, both on farm for food safety, animal care, and we continue to evolve those and invest in those as a source of continuous improvement. And then finally, we're very much engaged with groups like the IEC. We just, we're a domestically focused industry in Canada. We don't export eggs. But what happens in the world around us is going to does profoundly impact our business. And the only way we can learn how to do better is to come to forums like this, be part of it, learn from you, share what we're doing, and together grow what I think is this absolutely phenomenal global industry. So then we have to amplify our impact. And what I mean by that is I'm standing up here speaking on behalf of Egg Farmers of Canada, but what we are is a collection of our provinces, a collection of our individual farmers. All of our stakeholders are on our board, graders, processors, and they're all out in the audience. There's a lot of Canadians. The only way we can succeed is by working collaboratively right across our entire supply chain. Our provincial partners, and I've already referenced that we do a lot of work now with our governments because we're seen as a trusted partner. Now later on I'm going to I'll do my presentation for the golden egg, and I'll talk about on more the marketing side. But when you holistically pull all of these things together, you get this blend of the public trusting you, trusting your product, and you know what? They buy more of it. So our industry has grown roughly 30% in the last decade, and we attribute a lot of it to this holistic view of the things that we do. So, to conclude, I'll peek at my time. I'm in good shape for time. It's really important that you make sustainability part of your DNA, if you want to call it that. Align your strategy towards sustainable goals with your core values. Make doing the right thing your goal. Don't fear it. Don't wait to be legislated into it by governments. Don't wait for a scandal that you have to fix that's broken public trust. Because the reality is you're not going to escape any of it, and therefore turn it on its head and build your business around it, and it will pay. Achieve your goals through collaboration. This is a great example of collaboration. Build that relationship. Give your supporters a reason to be proud of you, proud of this industry, proud of the work you do, proud of the product, proud of the people, and then strive for continuous improvement. So with that, I thank you for your attention. I'm a little bit ahead of schedule, but that's okay. Thank you.